What I eat on a carnivore-ish diet to stay in nutritional ketosis for ketogenic therapy. So I will always have bacon and sausage. I'll cook that in an air fryer. I'll use the fat from the bacon to cook my eggs. I scramble them. Sometimes I will add cooked bok chow. So I'll cook all that in the bacon fat. Dr. Georgia Eat says if you're going to eat things like bok chow, you want to make sure that they're cooked. So that's why I do that. I don't bother adding salt because there's enough salt in the bacon. And I love breakfast. It's my number one thing. So I eat it at 8 o'clock, around 8, half 8 every day. There's an avocado. I always use stainless steel. I don't want anything disrupting my hormones. This is nutritional yeast. I always add it because as a perimenopausal woman, I'm 44. B vitamins are essential, and that's really a great source of B vitamins. So this is my breakfast. I love it. I'll never change it. And it's just my favorite meal of the day. So then I have started to eat more than twice a day now, even though I'm not particularly hungry, but I'll usually have like burger. I had a fried egg here. That would be unusual. But I usually have something that's just meat, like a burger or a sausage or something. And something won't spike my blood sugar. And then for dinner, I usually have ground beef. I have a clean tomato sauce. So it's usually just tomatoes and some sort of herbs. Sometimes I will add uh, what's this broth, bone broth to it because I hate bone broth, so I'll eat it like this. I kind of make a soup. I'll add some Himalayan salt to it, and I love to put red wine vinegar on it because I don't like it, just makes it more tasty for me because I really don't like the taste of bone broth. Red wine vinegar is great. It's got no added salts or sugars or anything like that, like balsamic vinegar. And I love red wine vinegar. And sometimes I will have some salad, which is always just bell peppers, cucumber, and lettuce. Sometimes I put a bit of olive oil on that. Again, a red wine vinegar. And then, so this is kind of soup. So this, I could have this one day, then, or sometimes I could have it without the salad. Then, sometimes I will take a spoonful of this. It's a really good supplement. It's from wild caught sardines or something, and it's for the omega-3s. Other times I will have the ground beef and I will just have it without the salad. I might add some cheese to it, but it usually is ground beef. Other times I could have the salad with the ribeye. I love ribeyes, but just for cost reasons, I tend to eat a lot of ground beef these days. Um, I'm also going to start, as I cut down on the carbs even more, I'm going to start with like chicken legs and chicken thighs because I always find them really great as well to eat. And my dogs love eating the leftover bones. So I also started it with a coffee when I have my coffee in the morning because I have anxiety. It's apparently really bad to exercise on an empty stomach if you're a woman. It's great for men, but not so much for women. So I have a boiled egg in the morning before I have my coffee, and then I can work out and it doesn't it doesn't raise my cortisol levels. That's something new I just realized from Dr. Stacy, that we are not supposed to eat we are not supposed to exercise on an empty stomach because it actually produces more cortisol in a woman's body, not a man's. So that's really interesting. Check out Dr. Stacy's videos. I've also talked about that before as well, I think. Yeah, this is just ordinary cheese. I just add any kind of cheese really to it just to kind of make it a bit more tasty, get it a bit more fat as well. So that I do kind of try to stay away from too much dairy. So, I'm obviously not eating a lot of butter here. If I was having a ribeye, I'd probably have a bit of butter. I don't put butter in my eggs anymore. I just don't think that dairy necessarily suits me, but sometimes I do love a bit of cheese and the ground beef. So this is how I can eat a mostly meat diet, but it's really tasty and it's not as boring as when I was full carnivore because I never ate ground beef when it was just ground beef on full carnivore because I just thought it was awful to taste. So I kept eating ribeyes and chicken legs and chicken thighs, which is great. It's actually quite expensive. Ground beef is much cheaper.